Chosen one, before you hear anything else, pause. Because if this message found you, it did not happen by accident. Something has been shifting around you, quietly, powerfully, invisibly. You have felt it in your spirit. You have sensed it in your dreams. You have heard the whisper you couldn't explain. And today, the universe has brought you to this moment for a reason. There is a blueprint being released over your life, a final design, a divine plan that has been hidden until now. Every delay you went through, every silent season, every unanswered prayer, every heartbreaking moment was preparing you for the shift you are about to step into. This is not an ordinary message. This is not a prediction. This is a confirmation. Your old timeline is breaking. Your destiny is rearranging. Your future is unlocking. And if you are listening right now, it means you are chosen to receive it. So stay with me for the next few minutes, because what you are about to hear will change the way you walk, the way you think, the way you manifest, and the way you step into your purpose. Chosen one, your life is about to shift faster than you expect. And when this blueprint activates, nothing in your world will remain the same. If you are ready to step into the version of yourself that you were always meant to become, like this video right now, subscribe if you haven't yet, and type "I am ready for the shift" in the comments. Let's begin. If you are reading this right now, pause for just a moment and listen, not with your ears, but with the deepest part of your being. Feel your heartbeat slow. Feel the atmosphere shift around you. Notice the almost electric stillness in the air, because what is happening right now is not random, not accidental, and not ordinary. Something ancient is stirring. Something sacred is positioning itself in your life. Something written into your destiny long before you took your first breath is beginning to awaken at this very moment. For weeks, perhaps months, the universe has been whispering to you. God has been sending subtle signals, small tremors of destiny that most people would overlook. You may have felt sudden chills at unusual hours. You may have seen dreams that felt more like messages. There were moments when the world around you grew silent, not physically, but spiritually, as if everything paused to give you a sign. There were times you felt watched over, guided, redirected, and deep inside, you sensed a calling, even though you couldn't explain why. Those moments were not your imagination. Those whispers were not coincidences. They were the first indicators that a major chapter in your life has ended. The version of you that endured difficulty, confusion, emotional heaviness, and prolonged waiting has reached the final stretch of its purpose. That chapter served you. It taught you. It shaped you. But it can no longer contain who you are becoming. Today, something extraordinary is being placed into your hands. A new blueprint, a new direction, a new destiny timeline. This is not about fortune or chance. This is divine orchestration. Something in the heavens is shifting to align with something within you. Your energy is recalibrating. Your spirit is rising. The next page of your soul contract, one that was sealed long before you arrived on this earth, is now opening. You are entering the moment where God removes the veil that once covered your future. The fog is lifting, the spiritual interference is clearing, and clarity is making its way toward you. What is being revealed is not small, it is not symbolic, it is not theoretical. It is the final blueprint for the next and most powerful chapter of your existence. This blueprint holds your highest wealth, your clearest purpose, your emotional healing, your spiritual evolution, and your long-awaited breakthroughs. It contains the direction you've been searching for, the answers you've prayed for, and the opportunities that were once blocked. This shift cannot be reversed. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be denied. It is unfolding with divine precision. Not everyone can feel what you are feeling. Not everyone can sense what is happening. Only the ones who are spiritually awake, spiritually chosen, spiritually aligned can recognize this moment for what it truly is. And you are one of them. You are not here by chance. You were led here, drawn here, called here, because your blueprint is ready and your destiny is waiting. Most people will move through life repeating the same cycles, following the same routines, living inside the same predictable patterns. They remain bound to the timeline they were born into, never realizing they have the power to shift into a higher destiny. They never feel the spiritual pull that tells them something greater is waiting. They never experience the rewriting of their path. But you are not most people. Something unusual has been happening inside you. Something rare, something only the spiritually awakened experience. Your intuition has been sharper than usual. Your dreams have been louder, more symbolic, more urgent. Your emotions have been rising and falling in unpredictable waves. And life itself, your relationships, your opportunities, your energy, your direction, has been shifting in ways you can't logically explain. This is happening because your destiny timeline has been undergoing reconstruction. This is not a metaphor. This is not your imagination. There has been a spiritual restructuring taking place around you. The angels have been quietly moving energy behind the scenes. Your spirit guides have been rearranging events, connections, and timing. God has been removing certain people and elevating your frequency so you can step into a chapter you are finally ready for. Your new blueprint is not a piece of paper. It is an energetic map, and it holds everything your soul has prepared you for. The next major connection that will influence your purpose. The wealth and success that were always meant to enter your hands. The relocation or life shift that will place you in the environment where you truly thrive. The divine mission your spirit committed to long before this lifetime. The karmic cycle that you are finally breaking after years of repeating patterns. The chapter where your gifts, your purpose, your power can no longer remain hidden. The protection that increases around you as you rise into higher levels of destiny. The door that finally opens because it belongs to you. And the miracle that will alter the course of your life. Your former blueprint kept you in survival mode. It forced you to endure, to wait, to hold on, to learn, to heal, to grow. It shaped your strength, but it also limited your expansion. That was its job. That chapter of your blueprint was about building the version of you who could handle the next level. But now, a different blueprint has activated, one that initiates ascension. Survival demanded that you hold yourself together. Ascension demands that you rise. Survival kept you praying for relief. Ascension allows you to receive what you prayed for. Survival was about lessons. Ascension is about purpose. You are entering the phase where the unanswered questions finally align. The heartbreaks, delays, and betrayals you once viewed as punishment will reveal themselves as divine redirections. Every delay was protection. Every disappointment was guidance. Every ending was preparation. The universe has been clearing your path so the blueprint could be delivered without interference. And today, that delivery has arrived. Once this blueprint unlocks, nothing in your life will return to how it was. You are stepping into a destiny timeline that has been waiting for you to become the person you are right now. Before a divine blueprint is released, something profound must happen within you. God never places a higher calling into a heart that is still carrying the weight of old wounds. He never hands a new destiny to someone still holding on to yesterday's battles. That is why, recently, you found yourself feeling drained, restless, overwhelmed, unmotivated, detached, or suddenly emotional without warning. These experiences were not signs of weakness or failure. They were signs of spiritual transformation. What you went through was not depression, not confusion, and not a collapse. It was an energetic purge, one of the clearest indicators that your life was preparing to shift. You were shedding timelines that no longer aligned with your future. You were releasing emotional debris that had been stored in your soul. You were letting go of spiritual residue from seasons that taught you what you needed to know, but could no longer accompany you forward. The universe cannot place a new blueprint into hands still gripping old pain, so it made you feel empty, not to punish you, but to create space. That emptiness was a container being cleared. The silence around you was not loneliness, it was recalibration. The distance between you and others was not rejection, it was protection. The confusion you felt was not the absence of direction. It was the dissolving of outdated attachments. In the spiritual world, emptiness arrives right before elevation. Every great awakening begins with a deep internal clearing. God was removing noise from your spirit so you could hear Him more clearly. He was quieting your mind so new wisdom could enter. He was softening your heart so new love, new purpose, and new opportunities could find you. Your new blueprint requires a cleaner intuition, a quieter mind, a stronger heart, and a more awakened spirit. That is why your relationships shifted. That is why people who once felt familiar suddenly felt distant. That is why you stopped tolerating what your old self endured. Your soul has matured, and as it did, your standards, boundaries, and expectations rose with it. You are not the same person you were last year, last month, or even last week. You have been evolving rapidly because the next chapter of your life demands a version of you that is clear, aligned, and spiritually grounded. This purge was not destruction. It was refinement. God wasn't breaking you. He was rebuilding you into someone capable of carrying the destiny He is about to place in your hands. Every chosen one experiences a moment where everything shifts, suddenly, dramatically, unmistakably. A moment where the weight you've been carrying dissolves, a moment where the path ahead rearranges itself with divine precision. A moment where your entire life turns in a direction you never expected but always needed. This moment is known as the miracle twist, and yours is approaching faster than you realize. Most people never reach this point. They stop believing right before it arrives. They surrender to disappointment, they collapse under pressure, or they assume the silence means nothing is happening. But for those who are spiritually chosen, those who are awake, aligned, and receptive, this is the exact moment when the breakthrough begins to reveal itself. Your new blueprint contains a sudden miracle twist, one that is hidden, timed, and orchestrated specifically for you. It will not announce itself. It will not arrive gradually. It will not warn you before it appears. It will happen in a way that interrupts your routine, shakes your expectations, and confirms that there is a higher power governing your path. When this twist happens, you will know instantly that it was divine. This miracle could manifest as a message that changes your direction. It might arrive as an opportunity that opens a door you have been knocking on for years. It could appear as a financial breakthrough that lifts a burden you've carried silently. It may come as a person who enters your life at the exact moment you need them. It could take the form of a career shift you never saw coming, or a relocation that places you exactly where your purpose can flourish. It may even arise as a sudden realization, an internal awakening that alters everything you thought you knew. This is the moment when the universe bends reality on your behalf, the moment when spiritual timing aligns with your earthly path, the moment when everything that was blocked, delayed, denied, or hidden begins to flow effortlessly into your life. Here is the mystery most people never understand. You are not waiting for your miracle twist. Your miracle twist is waiting for you. It is already positioned ahead of you, fixed into your destiny, like a point marked on a map. It has been timed to your growth, aligned to your frequency, and connected to the new blueprint that has just been activated. It will not arrive early. It will not arrive late. It will arrive the moment your spirit aligns with what your soul has already chosen. The angels are already preparing the atmosphere for this shift. The universe is clearing obstacles that once blocked your progress. God is aligning situations, people, and events that must come together for this twist to unfold. Everything is in motion, even if you cannot see it yet. When the miracle twist arrives, its impact will be undeniable. It will change your direction, elevate your energy, and accelerate your destiny. You will look back on every struggle, every delay, and every tear with a new understanding. You will say, with complete clarity, that every moment of difficulty was preparation for this one turning point. This twist is not just a blessing. It is the activation of everything your blueprint promised. This is the moment when your destiny becomes visible. This is when the spiritual becomes physical and everything changes. The release of your final blueprint does not simply usher in new blessings. It activates a new identity within you. You are stepping into a version of yourself your past cannot recognize, your old chapters cannot contain, and your former limitations cannot restrict. This is not just elevation. This is transformation on a soul level. You will begin to think differently. With a clarity that feels divinely guided, you will feel differently, with an emotional strength that replaces fear with certainty. You will move differently, with purpose rather than hesitation. You will choose differently, aligned with growth rather than survival. You will attract differently, drawing in opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match your higher frequency. You will manifest differently, no longer begging for blessings, but commanding them with confidence. Even your voice will change. Your words will carry authority, intention, and alignment. Your energy is shifting into higher resonance. Your aura is strengthening in ways you may not fully understand yet. Your intuition is becoming louder, clearer, and more accurate. Your purpose, which once felt distant or confusing, is beginning to crystallize into undeniable truth. You are entering the era where your gifts awaken with power you have never felt before. Your calling suddenly makes sense. Your creativity returns with fire. Your abundance begins to expand. Your inner peace deepens. Your relationships align with truth instead of trauma. Your confidence rises from a place of spiritual certainty. Your future stretches open with possibility. And your destiny, long whispered, long delayed, long prepared, finally activates. This is not a normal season in your life. This is not a small transition. This is your ascension moment. The moment when old timelines collapse because they no longer match who you are becoming. The moment when old energy dissolves because it cannot survive the frequency you are stepping into. The moment when old versions of you fade out because they have completed their purpose, your new path is igniting with divine purpose. Every step you take from here forward is guided. Every decision is influenced by a higher wisdom. Every opportunity is aligned with something greater than you can currently see. You were chosen for this. You were prepared for this. Every challenge refined you. Every delay positioned you. Every heartbreak pushed you closer to your true path. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Everything guided you to this exact moment. Your new blueprint is not approaching. It has already arrived. You are stepping into the chapter where your destiny becomes undeniable, where your blessings become visible, where your name travels into spaces you have not yet entered, where your purpose becomes unstoppable, where your alignment becomes magnetic, and where your future unfolds in ways that feel nothing short of supernatural. This is your rise. This is your calling. This is your divine shift. The blueprint has been released. Now step boldly into what was always meant for you. As we come to the end of this message, understand this clearly. Nothing you heard today was random. If these words stirred you, if something inside you awakened, if your spirit felt the truth rising, it's because you are standing at the threshold of a brand new chapter in your life. You are not walking into the future you had before. You are walking into the future that was always meant for you. A future aligned with your purpose, your power, your higher calling, and the divine blueprint that has finally been revealed. The signs around you will begin to shift. People will respond differently. Doors will open that once felt locked. Opportunities will rise that you didn't chase. And your intuition will lead you toward what your soul has been quietly preparing you for. Chosen one, this is the moment where your past loses its power and your destiny takes full command. This is the moment where you stop questioning your worth and start recognizing your calling. This is the moment where you stop shrinking and start stepping into the identity you were crafted for. This message came to you today because you were ready to hear it. You were ready to rise. You were ready to transform. If your spirit feels aligned, if your heart feels awakened, then let this be your confirmation. Your new life starts now. Claim it, believe it, and step into it. Your destiny is calling. Now walk into what is already yours.